Good afternoon. Welcome back to Balance, Wellness, and Fitness. I'm in the upstairs studio, the good old cat cave. I'm bringing to you a flexion-free intermediate Pilates workout. You'll need small ball, towel, or pillow. Weights and band are optional. That's going to be for the second phase. You can make this a little bit more advanced by going a little bit higher, but not past 5 pounds in a heavy tension band. I've got a medium tension looped band, as well as 2-pound weights. Again, flexion free, great workout if you've had any back issues, immobility, healing from any type of abdominal surgery that you have went through the initial stages of finding those deep core muscles, and now you're ready to engage them a little bit more and to work them. If you're ready to start, let's find our way comfortably to our back. Your back is immobile. Gently turn yourself to your side and lower yourself down carefully without moving your spine. Also get all hair clips and things out the way too. We're going to find our neutral spine after bringing our feet in alignment. 1.5 fist to 2 fist distance apart should fit between those feet with your toes reaching forward, making sure you're not rolling on the outsides of your feet or collapsing in on your arches. Your kneecaps should look right up at the ceiling. Then find that heavy pelvis so you're not rounding into your spine with your whole back coming down to the mat. Your tailbone should be heavy on the ground as well as your head. We're going to turn either pinkies down or palms down. Just lift up your shoulders, and as you exhale, slide them down your ribs. Feel that light opening in your collarbones. You don't want to feel that you're pinching your spine together and arching up through your back. And also, once you find that neutral pelvis, your fingers should fit underneath depending on the mobility of your spine and where it may be positioned. Perhaps if you're post-surgery from having rods, pins, or cages put in, you should never be able to get your entire wrist or forearm underneath. Check your pelvis. Your ASIS here should be level along with your ribs. Again, let's take those hands back once you've gotten all your safety checks. One more breath here. Pulling those shoulders down, feeling those open collarbones. And with an inhale, just let the belly rise a little bit, coming in through the nose. You can exhale through the mouth or back through the nose, but drawing those abdominals in. There's someone on the other side of your belly button, gently pulling it down. Your spine stays stable. Well, let's do that again. The belly softens, the lungs fill with air, feel your rib cage move. And as you exhale, gently feel those abdominals engage in. If you can't feel them, start with your left hand because we're going to have some movement with our right eventually. Inhaling again, belly is nice and soft. Feel your shoulders spread and grow wider. Exhale. Start to wrap a little bit around more in your core. Start to feel the lower abs start to pull in. Let's inhale in here again. And as you exhale, aside from pulling slightly down through the belly button, start to draw up towards the rib cage, through involving your diaphragm. We'll inhale, let all that soften. Exhale, start to feel it kind of hollow out, engaging that in. And inhale. Good. Keep those shoulders down. And exhale. We're going to add another dimension to that one through the straw. Inhaling on in, and exhale, blow through your straw. Still keeping that spine nice and stable. Let's get one more before we add the last dimension. That breath in and now we're going to draw the pelvic floor up. Feel like a little elevator is just drawing it towards you. Not to the point that you feel, again, you want to collapse in the back, but that extra engagement there. So we're going to inhale in and blow through that straw. You should feel everything below the belly button is now nice and firm and very much engaged. And we'll do this 2 more times before we add on. If you don't get it right away, don't worry. Another breath in. And let's get that last one. This can be intense when you're starting to find this. So let's let everything relax for a moment. Give yourself a pelvic tilt if you can.
or just wiggle a little bit, rocking your body gently side to side if your spine does not move below the pelvis or you're not supposed to. Just let everything relax for just that moment, and then we're going to find that engagement again. Pulling the abs in lightly towards the floor, pulling slightly up towards the rib cage, and draw the pelvic floor in. And if you feel like you're losing it, go ahead and touch below the belly button. You should feel that engagement there. And with your next exhale, let's float that left leg, your right leg, up the tabletop. Keeping the foot just lightly flexed, holding there, keeping that engagement. We're going to gently circle through this ankle. Here's 5, 4, keep the toes spread, 2, and 1. Let's go the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pausing there. Good. Now we're going to circle through this hip as if there is a little teacup up on the ceiling or coffee cup, and you had a pencil coming out of your knee. And through the hip, just gently stirring, keeping that engagement. 3 more. 2, and 1. And let's go the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the challenge, try to keep that engagement as you lower this leg all the way down. If you lose it, refine it again. Keeping it, draw the left leg up. Spread the toes. Good, holding here. And now let's circle through this ankle. Shoulder blades are down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pause here for a moment. Keep those abdominals in play. And let's circle through this hip. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to carefully lower this leg down. Try to keep that connection again. If you lose it, just draw it back in. We're going to float one or both arms up. We're going to start with this right arm. So if you need to keep the left arm down because you're not certain if you've lost abdominals, go right ahead. Spread the fingers and circle through the right arm. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Check your connection if you're not sure, and circle through the left arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the arms for a moment. Give yourself a shoulder roll. Don't lose your connection though. And we're going to float the right leg back up to tabletop. Right? And then we're going to float the left arm up. Medium circles through that right hip. Dinner plate size. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now through that left arm. Same thing. Medium circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower the leg down. Keep your connection. And the arm. If you lost it again, just grab it back. Float your left leg up. Good. And now float the right arm up. Fingers are spread. Check the connection. Left to hip. Medium circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot is nice and soft. The other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now through that right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower the leg down first. Then lower the arm. Keep your connection. Lower the shoulders. Tongue tie there. It's time for probably more coffee. We're going to take this up a little bit more. We're going to float both legs up gently into tabletop. Keep your connection. Good. Lightly flex the feet. And now float both arms up. Feel that there. Feel the abs working very, very strongly. We're going to start with the heel push toe pull in with the right side. Then we're going to add the arm into it. So we're going to lightly flex that foot. Take a breath. Exhale, extend out through the heel. Inhale, point the toe in. Keeping that connection. Good. And inhale in. Inhale in 4. And 5. Now add the arm. They both reach together. Draw them back. And then reach together. Draw them back. Here's 3. Inhale in. Inhale in. And pause here. Left side. Start with that leg. Press out through the heel of your exhale. Inhale in. Inhale in. Back in 3. In for 4. And in for 5. Add the arm. And 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now opposing sides. Right arm, left leg. It'll be okay. We're not just used it. We'll be fine. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Left arm, right leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay here, stay here, stay here. Lower the right leg down. Keep your connection. Keep it. Lower the left leg down. Keep your connection. Lower the right arm down and keep it. Lower the left arm down. Let everything relax for a moment. Let the shoulders relax. Let your abdominals relax. We're going to take our hands and gently hug that left right knee to your chest. If you want to hug my left today, don't know why. Circle through this hip. Give it 3 or 4 circles each way as you let everything relax for a moment. I know that was quite intense. We'll lower it down and hug the other side in. Never skip your stretching. Stretching, flexibility, and mobility are just an essential part of your fitness routine and wellness routine, no matter if you're an athlete or 110 years old. Lower that down. We're going to change planes and roll on our right side. Make your way carefully there. We have another little visitor here who I'm surprised the main one hasn't come to help me. We're going to find ourselves lying on our sides if we were standing with our feet stacked, ankles, knees, hips all in alignment. You got to move, baby. This is little Minutes. Well, he's not actually that little. He's a big frame kitty. But he's going to block the camera here. Making sure that the shoulder is in alignment with the rest. If you tend to have a little forward head posture, don't push your head back like this just to bring it in alignment. Just find where it needs to be. And if you don't, your ear is in the same line with the shoulder. The arm can be tucked underneath. The arm can be long. You could use your fitness ball if it didn't push your head up too far, or blanket or towel, whatever you need for comfort. Then we're going to find these obliques as you see me instantly ready to lift them up. Lift up and engage. Pull the abs in, pull them slightly up, draw that pelvic floor in, your kickstand in, here's towards the bottoms of your ribs. This is just to help you know where you're at in space, so you shouldn't be pressing yourself. Whatever you want to do, make sure you don't lose this engagement. Now we're going to lightly flex our feet, push through the heels, start that engagement, draw your shoulder blades down, feel some awareness in your body with things a little bit more active now, especially with those abdominals. Let's float that leg up into the air, and we're going to hold it here. The bottom leg is just pushing, so it's staying active too. With an inhale, point through your toes. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point 3. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point 4. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point 5. Exhale, flex. Now gently point your toe. Lift a little higher and release back to start. Lift a little higher, back to start. Lift a little higher, back to start. Lift a little higher. Pause here. Now squeeze the glute and press back and back in line. And press back and 2. Press back and 3. Keep your engagement. Press back and 4. Press back and 5. Now keep your point. Sweep forward, flex back, sweep forward, flex back. sweep forward 3, and back, sweep forward 4, and back, sweep forward 5, hold your flex here, draw the flex forward, point back, keep your obliques engaged, and back, shoulder blades down, back 3, flex forward, back 4, and flex forward, take it back in alignment 5, soften your foot, bring that leg down in front of you. Let it soften, let everything relax for a moment. You can take the heel of your hands or your knuckles and go down your IT band. You can just let gravity allow that to stretch, but make sure this leg is forward. Remember, the bottom leg hasn't done anything. It did do a little work staying active and keep you balanced, but it doesn't quite meet with the other. Give yourself a moment before joining that in if you need that lengthening through your spine. One more breath here, and if you need to bring that bottom leg forward just to give yourself a little traction in your spine, go ahead now, but don't want to skip that hip. It's just you probably feel that, no, I'm not getting this much stretch by not having that distance to allow the muscle to open. One more breath here, and then we'll gently restack those legs, find some activeness in them, lift up that oblique, and we're going to float our arm up. If you're finding you don't have the balance or stability, then go ahead, bend the knees, bring the shins to the front of your mat, keep your feet flexed, and on your exhale, pull down through the shoulder blade, inhale, float the arm up. Exhale, pull, float up 2, exhale, pull, float up 3, exhale, pull, float up 4, exhale, pull, float up 5, stay here, rotate the palm forward, and lower, squeeze to the shoulder blade and lift. Lower, squeeze and lift 2, lower, squeeze and lift 3, and lower, squeeze and lift 4, exhale, lower, squeeze and lift 5. We'll gently lower down, we're going to carefully roll to our bellies. Hello, Mr. Mittens, I knew you were close. We're going to go for a set of tricep push-ups from the bottom here. We're going to slide the hands, fingers spread right underneath the armpits, toes are tucked. Go where you're comfortable. Squeeze those shoulder blades down and elbows in. On your exhale, press up, inhale, lower. Exhale, press, and lower 2. Exhale, press, lower 3. Exhale, press, lower 4, and exhale, press. Gently lower 5. I'm just going to pivot around so my front is towards you so you can see me and hear me well. And we're going to assume our position as we did on the other side, nice and long. Find what you need for your head, lightly flexing through the feet. Everything is nicely stacked up. Engage those obliques. We'll bring our kickstand hand down, pulling those shoulder blades down. Now go ahead and float through that leg. We're going to work on the stabilizers here for a moment, just like we did on the other side. Those who know me know I love them. And I have you work on them because it is very important, no matter where you're at, what phase of rehab, what level athletic endeavors you pursue, we all need them. Now, Mr. Mittens, you can't block my voice here. He's like, oh, he went to the other end. See, he's a great distraction. Actually, they're just wonderful. You now look at all man. Got another breath here. Then we start that movement. If you're ready, here we go. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. And point for 2. Exhale, flex that foot. Point for 3. Exhale, flex. Point for 4. Exhale, flex. Point for 5. And flex and hold here. Now lift a little higher and lower. And lift a little higher and lower. And lift a little higher. Back to that start position. Gently lift and lower. One more. Lower back to start. Point your toe. Gently press back and draw back in alignment. Squeezing that glute and align for 2. And take it back. Back in line with 3. And back. Align for 4. And back. Back in alignment with your body for 5. Hold that here. Sweep that point forward. Flex back. Check your obliques. Flex back 2. Keep the shoulders down. Flex back 3. And point. Flex back 4. And point. Flex 5. Keep your flex. Draw that forward. Point back. Draw it forward. Point back 2. Draw it forward. point back 3, draw it forward, point back 4, and draw forward, point back 5. Flex your foot lightly, bring the leg down perpendicular with that thigh. Let that open up for a few moments here. Let everything relax. Nice big breaths. Good. And if you'd like, draw that bottom leg on in. If you need that traction through your spine to give it a little bit of length from all the abdominal work. Give yourself another breath here. And then find your position that you're comfortable with on this side. This side may be very different from the other, so we can work the shoulder. Draw everything back in, shoulders down, and up, pelvic floor. We're going to bring our arm up, making a sideways T. On your exhale, pull down, float back up. Pull towards the hip, fingers to the sky. And pull down 3, float, pull down 4, and float. Pull down 5, float up, turn your palms so it's facing the same way as your gaze. Gently lower down with your exhale. Inhale, squeeze the fingers to the sky. And lower, back to the sky. 3, hitting that rotator cuff. 4, and up. And 5, gently bring it up. Fold it in. We're going to roll on our back for a little bit different set of abdominals before we make what we did a little bit more interesting from the top. We're going to set up very gentle reverse curls. We're going to float our legs up to tabletop. First, draw the abs in and up. Bring them here. On your inhale, stay here. Exhale. Slight tip if you had a pencil between your knees, letting the legs just gently drop and draw a line. Inhale, draw that back line back up. Exhale, let them tip. You're moving through the thighs. Back up for 2. Femurs move, femurs move. Hips stay stable. Gently back up. We're going to change our breathing. That's your last exhale there. Inhale here. Take a moment to recombobulate. Inhale, draw that line out. Exhale, bring the abs in more. Inhale the line to get that softness in the beginning. Exhale, feel everything wrap around. Inhale, draw that line on the ceiling. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale it back out. Exhale it in. One more. Inhale out. Exhale, then pause here, keeping everything stable. Take the legs slightly apart. Now each knee has a pencil in it. We're going to start with your right side. Inhale that line. Exhale, tighten the belt. Inhale, femur moves. Exhale, spine, hips stay stable. Exhale, back up. One more for this side. Exhale up. Left side. And lower. Exhale. You may find some differences in the side. That's perfectly normal. Full bladder, full bowel, full belly. Last one. Bring it back in. Squeeze the legs together. Hug them into your chest to release. Circle through your ankles for a moment. And then we're going to get ready to take this up. I'm just changing positions again so you can see me. Plus I left my weights down at the other end as I've been busy moving so you can hear and see me. What I'd like you to do is go ahead and slide your band on your ankles very gently so you're prepared. If you're going, I don't think I want that because I burned enough with what we did before, stay without. You could always change your mind. Find your neutral position. Grab your weights if you're going to use them. Now, let's find that nice abs in, abs up, pelvic floor engaged. Move that away. We're going to float our arms up first. And we're going to start with some small circles here, just feeling out the weight and checking your position. Let's get 3 each direction, both arms. Just 1, 2, 3, and the other way. 1, 2, and 3. And the left arm. 1, 2, 3, and the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Make sure the weights feel okay. Keep the belly tight. Start to lift your right leg up to that band. Then draw your left leg, keeping the knees a little bit apart. Start 3 circles through the hips here. Right side. 1, 2, 3. Moving into that band, the other side. 1, 2, 3. And now let's do the left leg. 1, 2, 3. And the other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Let's go for that little bit of a bug. On your exhale, we're going to take the right arm and right leg forward. Inhale and back in. 4 more. And exhale. Inhale in. And in. And in. And in. Now for the left side. Exhale. Inhale in. And in. In for 3. In for 4. In for 5. Let's go to the circles again. Let's go medium circles, 3 each way. Right arm, dinner plate size. 2, 3. Check your shoulder blades, opposite way. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Left side. 1, 2, 3. Check your abdominals. 1, 2, 3. If you need to take a pinky down and feel to make sure those lower abs are connected, go right ahead. Let's go for that right leg and circle. 1, 2, 3. And the opposite way. 1, 2, 3. Good. And the left hip. 1, 2, 3. And the opposite way. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Prepare. Left arm, right leg. We're going to go opposing directions this time with our bug. Take the arm back as you press up through that heel. Inhale back in. Exhale. In for 2. Exhale. In for 3. Exhale. In for 4. Exhale. In for 5. Right arm, left leg. Take your breath. Exhale. Draw it in. Not letting the arm drop past the ear. 2. Exhale. 3. Nice straight wrist. Exhale. 4. And exhale. And 5. Good. Pause here. Bring your legs together. Lose the tension in the band. Lower one down at a time. Keep the abdominals strong to protect your back. Carefully lower each arm down. Take your weight so you have one at each side as we prepare to move. I'm going to slide one down because when I move, roll to that right side first. Yep, we still have that band if you're using it. Going, oh wow, we're putting that one with the band. That's going to bring a whole new sensation. Shoulder blades down, obliques lifted, abs in and up, pelvic floor engaged. If you still want a little bit more, if you're comfortable and you have no wobble, you can lift this arm up while we're doing the leg exercises. Otherwise, stay here, push through the heels, float that left leg into the band. Keep all of this engaged. Good. Hold it there for another moment. Find yourself here. And now with your exhale, press that leg to the band. Inhale, release. Exhale, press, release 2. And press, release 3. Press, release 4. Press and hold it here. Hold here. Point through the toe. Flex to the foot. Point through the toe. And flex. Inhale, point. Inhale, point forward. Inhale, point 5. Keep your flex here. Good. Pause here for a moment. Now find that point and press straight back, squeezing the glute, and release. So you're still in that higher point. You haven't let the leg come back down. Here's 4 and 5. Good. Gently lower so it's at the bottom end of the tension, but you still have some tension. The band's not slack. Flex forward, point back. Flex forward, point back 2. Lift up those obliques, point back 3. Shoulders are down, point back 4. Flex forward, point 5. Hold your point, bring it forward, flex back. Bring it forward, flex back. Bring it forward 3. Flex back, control that band, don't let it throw you. Last one for this side, and flex. Bring that knee forward, let that stretch. Again, you can use knuckles, you can use the heel of your hand, never, never, never use your fingertips. You can always just let this hang here. Give yourself another breath, and if you need that traction in your spine, go ahead now and bring the knees and allow that nice stretch through the spine. Give yourself another breath here. And then we're going to prepare for the arms with the weights. You can stay here, find that straight back table, lifting the obliques. You want a little bit more challenge? Lift this leg up back into the band. You're going, oh, maybe not. And again, you can come back here. This is a totally different balance challenge here. We're going to turn our palm towards our hips. Everything's engaged. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Lift for 2. Feet are lightly flexed. Lift for 3. Exhale, lower. Lift for 4. Exhale, lower. Stay lifted 5. Turn your palm the same as your gaze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, squeeze that shoulder up. Exhale, lower. Squeeze and lift 2. Exhale, lower. Squeeze and lift 3. Exhale, lower. Squeeze and lift 4. Exhale, lower. Squeeze and lift 5. Excellent. Gently lower the weight down. We're going to roll on our bellies again. We have a set of beats and we have a set of tricep push-ups again. We'll extend the toes. Find where those hands belong, nice and long. Just going 5. Abs are in and up. Pelvic floor still engaged. Exhale, press yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Lower 2. Exhale, press. Lower 3. Exhale, press. Lower 4. Exhale, press. Gently lower 5. We're going to stay here. Even if you don't have the band on, you're going to flex your feet and turn them out so arches are down. You're going to bring your fingertips so they're underneath the forehead. Pull your shoulder blades down, lightly laced versus stacking your hands. That's going to help you keep your collarbones up and moving. Now draw the abdominals in and up. Do not press your pelvis on the floor. Do not hyperextend by forcing something that should not happen. Start to walk your feet out till you feel some tension in the band. Now squeeze your glutes to engage and use your leg strength to lift up. And now press away towards the corners of your mat. And press, press, feet are flexed, press, 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 press. Stay here at the outer edges of your mat. Point your toes. Find your neutral position, leading with your baby toes. Now press out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Gently fold your legs in if you can grab your band comfortably or roll to your side and grab it off. Now that beautiful small ball, you wonder, well, where is that coming to play? Place it between your shins. Find it there. And now find those flexed feet again, rotating out, holding that ball between. Tighten your glutes. That should help your legs float up a little. They may be already up just because of the size of your ball, towel, or pillow. And now squeeze into that ball. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Shoulder blades down, abs are in and up, and the floor is engaged. Now pause here, point your toes down, find that neutral position. Same thing, other way. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fold. We'll grab that little ball out and we'll sit it off to the side. Now we roll to our other side and we're going, oh man, we're going to find that band again. We're going to place it back on our legs. Take your time. Take your time. Finding that there, we'll have a great stretch at the end. If you use the band, otherwise knee to step on your other side. So now that right leg gets to work. As your left side is down, feet are flexed, lift the obliques, pull the shoulder blade down, find your kickstand if you're using it, if you're going for that challenge, lift that arm, and now push those heels, and let's lift that right leg into the band. Holding here, she's on Mr. Merlin's now. They're both circling me because he's over here, that one's jealous of me. That's life when you have 2 cats, sometimes 2 dogs too, and sometimes children. It's all kind of the same, but we love them all equally and differently. Are you ready? Here we go. Press into that band and press. 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Hold here. Now point with an inhale. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Point for 3, Exhale, flex. Point for 4. Exhale, flex. Point for 5. Hold your flex again. Check everything. Good. Now point the toes and squeeze to that glute as you press back, release. Press back, release. Press 3, release. Press 4, release. Press 5, gently release. Flex the foot again. Lower to the top edge of that fan so you still have some tension, but you're not up at the other end of it. Now draw that foot forward. Inhale, exhale, point back. Flex it forward, point back 2. Flex forward, point back 3. Flex forward, point back 4. Flex forward, point back 5. Hold your point. Draw this forward. This is purposefully and slow. Check where your shoulders at. Flex back. Check where your obliques and abdominals at. 2 more. Point forward, flex back, point forward, flex back. Lower the leg down and gently drive forward. Let that knee hang. Give that hip that stretch before you instantly go for your back unless you need it. If your back is cramping, then do the opposite way. Let it stretch out first. And we'll draw that knee forward. Good. Bringing that there. You can slide your band off. We've completed what we're going to do with it for the legs and sit at the side. And then find your spot for the upper body work. If you have the legs at the shins at the straight edge of the mat, find that there, lift up through the obliques. If you went for the long leg, different vertical challenge, lift that on up. Lift up that right arm, palm is facing your hip. Exhale as you pull down through the blade, float knuckles to the sky. Exhale, pull, shoulder blades are down. Obliques are lifted, up for 3, and pull. Float up 4, pull. Float up, stay here 5, turn your palm facing the same as your gaze. Exhale as you lower towards the ground. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. You're not going to touch the ground with it. You're about 5 inches above. Right about mid-rib lift. And up, and lower, and up. Your last one, and maybe off a count there. Good. Gently lower this down. We're going to carefully go on our backs. Grab the ball if you can. We have our one last ab exercise. You have to give that to me, Mr. Mittens. We're going to stick this between our knees. Float your legs to the tabletop very gently. Keep your squeeze here. Engage those inner thighs. Now draw the abs in and up. Pelvic floor engaged if you hadn't. We're going to find that pencil again, except you have a big one between the thighs. With your inhale, float those knees down, moving through your femurs. Exhale, draw that back up. Inhale, let that float down. Exhale, up 2. Inhale, float down. Exhale, those abs in 3. Inhale, down. Exhale, back up 4. Now let's blow through the straw. Inhale, down. Inhale, down. Inhale, down. Inhale, down. We're going to pause, float our arms up, change our breathing for the last 4. Breath here. Exhale, blow through the straw as you extend. Inhale back. Inhale back 2. Inhale back 3. And inhale back 4. Reach down, grab your ball out, lower one leg at a time. Keep those abs steady to protect your back. Sit the ball off to the side. We're going to windshield wiper our legs. We're going to float them out a little bit away from each other. Let the right knee fall to the right, but keep your pelvis in place. Then let the left knee fall to the right. But again, the pelvis doesn't come up. Lift the left knee up. Lift the right knee up. Let the left knee fall to the left. And the right knee fall also to the left, keeping the pelvis in place. Right knee comes up. Left knee comes up. We'll do that again. Right knee falls. Left knee falls. Left knee up. Right knee up. Left knee falls. Right knee falls left. Right knee comes back to the sky. Left knee comes back to the sky. If your back is tight, keep your left knee bent.
Neutral spine. Take your hands underneath your thigh. If you need to use a strap, use a strap. Circle to that right ankle. Push this heel to the sky, keeping your hand on your thigh. Rotate it outward through the hip for a moment and gently pulling back towards your nose. And let it relax. Rotate it inward, pull it back towards the nose. And let it relax. Soften back through the knee. Angle it towards the outside of your shoulder. All right. And then we'll let the heel drop. Take your left hand. It's on the outside of your right ankle. Take your right hand inside the knee crease. Easy figure four, keeping that neutral spine. Let the heel stay down towards your torso and your hips. Give yourself another breath here. And gently de-rotate. We'll lower that leg down. Let it find the ground first, and then hand behind the thigh, between the thigh and the calf. Pump that left side in. Circle through this ankle a few times. If you're using a strap, just gently change sides. Take your time always. Be careful with your body. We only get one piece, so you gotta take care of it. Then push that heel up. You can keep your hands here at the base of your thighs. You can keep your shoulders down and your neck out of it. You can take your strap there. The strap can be higher as long as you're not doing one of these things that have strap on. You're losing a lot out and for not as much gain as you hope to get. Circle through your ankle of your hand. And then we're going to rotate this leg outward. Give that little gentle encouragement of a pull coming towards the middle of your forehead, the midline of your body. Take these up on the stretch. Rotate the toes inward. That pinky toe is going to track towards the middle of your forehead. And all three attachments of the hamstring. Then we'll gently come back center, let it fold in, let that heel drop. Take that right hand and reach for the outside of your ankle. Left hand goes inside by the knee crease. So you go to a very gentle figure four stretch here. Nice big breaths. Gently de-rotate that. We'll carefully roll to your side, press yourself up, and we will finish in playful puppy. If you're able to go into a child's pose that's comfortable with your spine, go for that. But a playful puppy is a nice alternative for those who need to continue that neutral spine work. Pushing the hips back. Watch where your toes are at so they're not crossing each other. Keep them back in alignment. Tailbone's going away from the head. Find your table afterwards. Just give yourself a couple shoulder rolls. And I thank you for joining me for this neutral spine workout. And I think I'm ending this right before they actually start fighting. Have an absolutely wonderful evening.